Welcome to another TravelFlow video. Today we're doing a tour and review on the Ovation of the Seas by Royal Caribbean International. This ship is part of the second biggest class of cruise ships in the world and is the fourth biggest cruise ship in the world. Ultimately, this is the biggest ship to call the Southern Hemisphere home. The cruise I was on was the 5-night cruise from Sydney going to Hobart and back on the 23rd of January. So let's start our tour in one of the biggest cruise ships in the world. This is the Royal Esplanade, the main hub of the ship. This is where you'll find loads of great shops, cafes and lounges. The Via is another big hub of shops and restaurants, but is not as big. Around midship is a super high atrium that spans from deck 3 to 15. The North Star is a long observation arm giving 360-degree views of the whole ship. It rises 90 meters above sea level. Make sure you pre-book for this experience as the lines can get massive. Another unique feature for this ship is Ripcord by iFly, a skydiving simulator. It uses a big massive fan to practically make you fly in a big long tube. I wasn't very good, but the tricks you can do in this are amazing. Once again, you must book for this. Another favourite on Royal Caribbean's big ships is the Flowrider. They have boogie boarding sessions and surfing sessions at different times. You don't need to book as the sessions are listed in the cruise compass. Speaking of the cruise compass, this is a daily activity planner delivered to your cabin door every day. Featuring trivia, game shows, spa seminars, shows, crazy busy shopping events and more. It is nearly impossible to get bored on this ship. If you are into shopping, this ship has loads of shops. The Seaplex is the indoor sports court on board and hosts a variety of activities. These include roller skating, bumper cars, basketball, soccer, circus school and more. Inside the Seaplex are Seapods, which have games inside like foosball, Xbox, air hockey and table tennis. Also at the Seaplex is the Challenges Arcade with video games, claw machines and more. Something I didn't film was the Escape from the Future, a very fun puzzle escape room. Right outside the Seaplex was the rock climbing wall. Around the ship there are 4 main pool areas. At midship is the main pool. Next to that is the Splashaway Bay water playground, featuring water slides, fountains and a whirlpool. Moving further to the front is the Family Solarium. At the front of the ship is the Solarium, which looks absolutely beautiful. There are loads of separate pools that flow into each other, some spas, seats submerged in water and the Sunshine Bar. If you are in the suite, you get your own outside sitting area called the Suite Sun Deck. And you guessed it, I'm not allowed in, but you can see it from the North Star. Around the ship is loads of great art, including some interactive ones, like the butterfly wall. And a wall that changes as you walk by it. There's more art in the lifts and lots of fancy chairs. At 270 there is a small library in case you forgot to pack a book, but don't rely on it. On the other side there is a workshop where scrapbooking classes take place. If you're into gambling, there is also a huge casino down on the lower decks. It pretty much takes up half the deck. Up on the higher decks is the Vitality Spa and Vitality Fitness Centre. Overall for activities, I give this ship a 10 out of 10. I think there is something for everyone. The variety of food on this ship was amazing. Although I have had better food on some ships, I still enjoyed the food very much. Let's start off with everyone's favourite, the Windjammer Marketplace Buffet. After washing your hands, you get access to loads of great food. There's a great variety in the Windjammer Marketplace. From international foods to gluten-free, there's something for everybody. Each night the buffet had a themed night, Mexican, Italian, and my favourite, Chocolate Heaven. The crew were great here too. The ship had 4 main dining rooms, 2 for my time and the other 2 for traditional dining. They all serve the same menu here in Australia, but I think it's a separate menu everywhere else. Silk was Asian themed and had very nice chairs. My favourite waiter, Jay, worked there doing magic tricks and singing songs to you during your service. American Icon Grill had American styled artwork all around the restaurant and very cool lights. Both Silk and American Icon Grill were only open for dinner and did my time dining. Chic was open for dinner as well as lunch and breakfast with a buffet to pick at while still enjoying full table service. The Grand was open breakfast, lunch and dinner with full table service only. Menu items for breakfast included a selection of pastries, fruit platters, porridge, French toast and pancakes. Everything was really good. Lunch was quite bad. It was pretty much only burgers and pies. The dinners were great. Here is an example of a Sunday roast we had on Monday. Although the food in the main dining rooms was definitely awesome, they are a step down compared to other cruise lines. If you want a quick bite of something sweet or a drink any hour of the day, then Cafe Promenade is a good place to go. Here are a selection of pastries here at breakfast. Right next to Cafe Promenade is Sorrento's, serving pizza and other Italian food. La Patisserie is a great place to go if you're chasing a hot drink. They have cakes and pastries here too, but they are not free. This is one of their special hot chocolates. Even the Seaplex has its own doghouse, serving hot dogs and salads. At 270 there is also a cafe that serves salads, soups and cakes. The ship also has a wide variety of specialty restaurants. Starting off with the most famous of them all is Wonderland. The restaurant is furnished in a fantasy theme and serves imaginative cuisine. Here is a look at their quite imaginative menu. I've heard it's very good. Izumi is another specialty restaurant serving Japanese cuisine. Even Jamie Oliver has his own restaurant on board, serving Italian cuisine. Apart from the hard plastic chairs, I've heard this is a very good restaurant too. The Solarium Bistro is an alternative buffet for breakfast and lunch, but is a healthy specialty restaurant for dinner. Michael's Genuine Pub offers snack food in an English-styled pub. Around the ship there were so many bars, but the most important one was the Bionic Bar. At the Bionic Bar, you order your drink through tablets. Then it is sent off to the robots to make your drink.
Next time.
The Schooner Bar was nautical themed and was also where the trivia was held. Boleros is another bar that hosted dancing, karaoke and live music throughout your cruise. Vintages is the wine bar on board where you can have wine tasting. Around the ship were these Coca-Cola freestyle machines, and they're not called freestyle because they're free. You need to have the cup that comes with your drink package to use it. They're called freestyle machines because you can mix many flavours with your favourite Coca-Cola drinks. It's quite fun really. The Kung Fu Panda noodle shop was located on the pool deck and was a great place to grab a snack, bowl of noodles or dim sum. I enjoyed the food a lot on this ship, and the fact that you could grab food at any time was a big bonus. I rate the food on this ship 8.5 out of 10. The ship had 3 main entertainment venues, starting off with 270, which is that big glass bump at the back of the ship. 270 is such an interesting place because it can transform to suit different events, like the silent disco, or this orchestra virtual show, and even this dance in a box robo show. Up the back there are blinds that go over the windows to make a 12K video projection. There are also floors that lift up and secret compartments that acrobats can fly out of. The Royal Theatre was where the ship's main production shows were held. They also held 3D movies here. Please note some shows require a reservation. For some live music throughout the day you could head to the music hall. This place is home to the ship's own band Rock the Boat, and music quizzes are also held here. The entertainment on the ship was top notch and of a really high quality. I rate it 10 out of 10. Moving toward the end of the review, I'll now discuss the many services and facilities the ship had to offer. If you ever need help throughout your cruise, make sure to pop by at the guest services desk. On the first few days the lines can get huge, but it's mostly alright. This is also where you can get your WOW band for $5 US. The shore excursions area was filled with Royal IQ iPads to help you book your shore excursion. No humans in sight. These iPads are also throughout the ship. When you feel like booking your next cruise, you can do so by going to the next cruise desk. If you are a top tier Crown and Anchor Society member, you get access to the Diamond Club. The ship has its own photography studio called The Studio. If you ever want to buy your pictures, you can do so at the Focus Photo Gallery. Finally, let's head to our cabin. Our cabin was an obstructed view balcony cabin. This means the cabin is cheaper, but there is a lifeboat in front of your balcony. These cabins were really smartly designed and are my favourite cabins at sea. The room came with either 2 single beds or 1 double bed. The beds were very hard. The lounge could also be turned into a 3rd bed if needed. The room came with loads of storage options. Even the TV could be detached from the wall so you can watch it from the lounge, I guess. The bathrooms were small but really well designed, with lots of storage too. And here's our obstructed balcony with 2 very nice chairs. As you can see, the lifeboat isn't that obtrusive, so this is still a very good cabin. I rate the cabins 9.5 out of 10. To sum this cruise up, I had a great time. The ship's size and capacity on day 1 was a bit overwhelming, but by day 2, it was all good. The only complaints I have for the ship are very minor. The selection of food was great, the entertainment was great, the cabins were comfortable, the crew were friendly. Something I really liked about the ship was the unique array of activities from the North Star and the Ripcord. There was loads of variety of activities during the day, like game shows and fitness sessions, movies to parties. I also liked the fancy technologies on board, such as robots and interactive art. And this all leads to my final rating of 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching this ship tour. If you have any questions about the ship, please be sure to post them in the comments below and I'll reply. Make sure you subscribe because we're about to go to New Zealand where we'll be posting lots of videos. And I'll see you there. Goodbye.